Hello everybody, it's Harry Walkie here with Connor Peck, and today I've been invited to go watch Ipswich v Blackpool.
Oh, really?
Who are we supporting today, connorb900?
Ipswich Town, of course.
I'm actually supporting Blackpool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
But our enemy line, I'm in between enemy lines.
Yep.
So, Matthew's not joining us today because he's with a, who's he with?
Josh Godbold.
Godbold, what a name. So I'm going to keep you lot updated. If Ipswich win today, I'll get an Ipswich shirt.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is my very first game at Portman Road, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
You sure?
Well, I mean, that's what you tell me.
Yeah, that is. This is my first ever Portman Road game.
Pretty
I've never been here before.
No.
So, what do you think? What am I meant to look out for as a
You're meant to
Ipswich
see
fan?
your score prediction.
Am I meant to say my score prediction? I think we'll beat Blackpool 3-0.
There's no way.
I think Ipswich will win
Yeah,
3-0.
that's better.
I'm a neutral, but I just think I can only call myself a fan if I do a rebuild in career mode,
Okay.
and I haven't yet. So
you're a Colchester fan?
no, maybe I don't know, but we'll see. Are you ready?
Yeah, I know.
Do you wanna say anything to the camera?
2-1 Town. 3-0.
We're in the stadium. What do they call this place? They just call it Portman Road. Oh yeah, Palace lost 2-1. So yeah, we're pretty high up. So we'll be able to watch everything. We're like gods.
Dude, Strand Larson got a hat-trick.
Yeah, 2.
Shrewsbury.
I'm telling you, Wolves are on the comeback. Do you reckon Dan Osborne's? Oh, we didn't see. We're here. Any thoughts? We're a bit high up. You know.
Oh, not that high up.
No, I'm not saying.
You said we're that high up.
I said we're a bit high up.
No, we're not.
We look like gods compared to everyone. It's funny. He's looking at the lineup. Half-time thoughts, what do you think?
1-0.
1-0, is that it? We have finally finished the Ipswich game, haven't we? What was the score?
2-1. Jacob Greaves is the goal. I literally said
Jacob Greaves scored the second goal off the corner.
He's better than DeVic. I literally said.
What's his name? What's the guy's name? Oh yeah, we were playing Blackpool. I forgot the game. I forgot the team, bro. But, kid you not, it was such a dodgy penalty. Oh, I can't lie. I think we were unlucky. They were unlucky to get the clean sheet.
Yeah, I want to make sure that the game is ended.
It has. Well, it's not going to be 2-2 instantly.
Well, if it's 2-2, we're going back up. It's not going to be 2-2.
This 2 are that we're by a grave. Are we meant to be here? Nah, it's not. Go. That's everything. So what did you think of the game?
A bit scrappy, we take the win into round 4.
It does mean though I do have to get the Ipswich shirt, but I don't have a lot of money, so
Oh, we just give them the Ipswich.
it depends how much it is. But yeah. Hello, I'm back home. As you can see by the setting, I'm back in the house, in the villa of the Love Island villa. I am there, obviously, because I'm so attractive. Like, man, I'd win Love Island every day of the week. But no, I'm here to give a match reaction and my honest thoughts of Portman Road for this massive vlog. So, first of all, I want to talk about the stadium. Stadium, to be honest with you, for not being to an actual football match in about 3 years, it weren't that bad. It weren't actually that bad of a football stadium. One thing I did not like about it, it was a bit cramped in the tunnels where it was. I don't know whether that's with every stadium because, you know, I don't go. So I don't want you lot going, it's always like that in the stadium. I don't want you doing that because I haven't been there in like 3 to 5 years. So don't give me that bullshit. Second of all, I like the atmosphere. I mean, to be honest, we were in a stand and no one was really singing. But there were kids behind us and they were annoying. So if you watch this, I want you to know that if you weren't a child, I would have got up and right hooked you. No, I wouldn't have. But I like the atmosphere. It was alright. They weren't the best actually, but you know. What else really did I like? I liked how you could see everything, but I guess you have to in a stadium like where you see it. They weren't very chatty and communicative in the stands. Usually when I went to one football match, it was, you know, the fans would actually talk to each other. I didn't see that. They weren't actually like very open. They only just stick to their own little cliques. And it's like I didn't get the inclusivity of what a football stadium's meant to be. You're meant to go like, oh yeah, I've met these people from here and I've met these people from here and it's all for a football stadium and all for a football team. I didn't get that, you know? I know it's an FA Cup game against Blackpool, so we're not expecting like, you know, scenes against Liverpool. But I thought that's what you're meant to feel. But that's my thought on the stadium. Obviously, I could be completely wrong and I could have misjudged the room. And Portman Road has the best fans and best stadium and the best togetherness, you know? They made Bill and Bob turn gay and get married for 10 years. We don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Now, it's my match reaction for the Ipswich v Blackpool game, just adding to the review of the stadium. Personally, it was a bit boring. I'm going to be really honest with you. I'm not an Ipswich fan. I'm not a Blackpool fan. I'm not anyone really. Just a human being. But no, I didn't like it. It was a bit boring. First 20 minutes, you know, it's the home team. They want to go at it, you know. Ipswich went at it for 20 minutes. And then after that, nothing happened until the Philogene goal. And on Philogene, just real quick, he reminds me of a young Marcus Rashford, you know. He'd always flick it onto his good strong foot and then he'd cut in and take the shot. Every time I saw Jaden Philogene cut inside, I knew he was going to shoot immediately. And to be fair, in fairness to Blackpool, although the score was 2-1, I did actually commend them for that. They did keep Philogene quite quiet until his first goal, which did open up the scoring. I actually did commend Blackpool because they were being really good in just defending. Like defending Philogene cutting inside and not doing the shot. But he did in the end because especially since I was nearer to the attack in the first half, like nearer to the Ipswich side, to be honest, I didn't see Philogene shoot on his weak foot at all. I didn't see him shoot at all. He didn't look to shoot on his left. He always looked to cut inside and then shoot on his right, which is good if you're going to score 90% of your shots like that. Then yeah, be my guest. I mean, what do I know about football? I'm a guy in my room, 17, talking about a guy playing football. He earns way more money than me, so you know. It's not like he's going to see this anyway. He's not going to go, you said I was bad, and he'll come beat me up in the street, is it? I'm just giving my honest opinion. I did not see Philogene shoot off his left foot at all. If I'm an Ipswich fan, I don't know whether I'd be happy about that. Or whether I'd be sad, or whether I'd be whatever, because I don't know. Now, you could say I don't know anything about football, and you'd probably be right. But in some of the games I have watched, especially, you know, you've got the start of the season. I've watched the ones on TV. I watched the Coventry game. And what was the one? Oxford. He done the exact same at Oxford. He scored with his right foot. He did the same manoeuvre in Oxford, but just from a different distance away. He cuts on to his right foot and then he tries shooting. Now, it works, but if Ipswich go to the Premier League, I'm not going to lie, I think teams like Aston Villa and Arsenal, even to an extent Fulham and I'm going to say the mid-table teams, Man United, ignore that there, I think they will understand that he's going to be a problem with that cutting inside. But you know how to deal with it because it's a one-trick pony. He's like the Deontay Wilder of shooting. He's only a one-trick pony. If he gets it onto this right, he doesn't know what he's doing. So that's what I think, first of all. But then again, you have another problem with Ipswich on their players, which is He's the only real good attacker. I mean, I looked at their whole entire attack today, and when Philogene came off, there was fuck all. I saw Wallagelly, who I quite like. I mean, Azon, I quite like him, but I know a lot of Ipswich fans don't. Even Akpom, what's his name, Jack Clark, he is a bit shit. I didn't see any proper attacker apart from Jaden Philogene who looked like he was running it properly. And to me, I just didn't like that, because you want to centre your attack off of more than just one guy. You don't want one main guy, because if they man mark Philogene, your whole attack's fucked. Especially if they're not good enough. And I'm not saying they're not good enough. I'm not saying they are good enough. They're second in the championship at the minute. But I'm just saying, on my thought, I think he was their best attacker. Overall, the man of the match being Jacob Greaves. Reeves? Is it Greaves or Reeves? Jacob Greaves. I think he is a good player. Don't tell Connor. I do not think he's better than DeLit. But he is a very good player. And he said to me, "Oh, you're warming to him." And I'm like, yes. I do like him. I think he is a very influential. I think he's someone you can rely on. And you know what? I do see him going to a mid-table. I see Jacob Greaves going to Fulham and doing well. I see Jacob Greaves going to a mid-table team in the Premier League. I think that's how good he can be. Can he be better? That's a question. But I think he is doing well. We just need to see, because obviously in the Premier League as well, he actually did all right. But in context to the game, I know Ipswich aren't that good. When it comes to cups, they normally bow out immediately. So I know we have that. But if you look at it on paper, I was already expecting Ipswich to maybe go through them about 3-0. It was 2-1 in the end, but I do think it was a good result. I think it was a fair result. Blackpool did not look like they were going to do anything. I think if I put my uncle, who's 85, in that attack, I think he would have done more than the attack at Blackpool, to be honest. They did not like doing anything until the penalty late on, which was a bit unfair. I did not like how... I think Greaves got the ball, but I could be completely wrong again. But I think Greaves got the ball, and I don't think it was a penalty. On the penalty, I even guessed where he was going to go, which was bottom right of the keeper. But that'd be bottom left of striker view, but bottom right if you were the keeper. You get what I mean. Anyway, I do think that was an unfair penalty, and I do think it's unfair on Alex Palmer as well to be criticised for that penalty. It was a bit weak, and I think he would have been very, very, very heavily criticised if it was only one goal up. But apart from that, he actually had a solid game. Everything that went near to him, he looked like he handled really well. And that's something that you need to have in your team as a goalkeeper. You need to be very, very, very calm on the ball. And even when the ball's coming at you, you need to be really calm. So I was actually really impressed by that for, Alex Palmer. But overall, if I had to give a rating for the stadium, I'd give it a good 6, I think it's good. Don't get me wrong, it's good. I think you should go to a stadium with your friends or family, because that's how you are going to best enjoy a stadium. But I'll give it a good 6.5 actually. The match, I'll give it a solid 3, to be honest. It was really boring. I even know my friend Connor started falling asleep in it, and I only give it 3 also for that, because he was touching me on the thigh. But I am going to say, if you are in Ipswich and you're a football fan, you should go to Portman Road, because it is actually a good stadium. But for the love of God, if it gets boring for 60 minutes, you might as well leave, because we already know what the score is going to be. But in a bit.